Hey guys, welcome to the vlog. My name is MisterET. So you just bought yourself a nice shiny new intake and you just figured out that you have a secondary air induction system on your MK7 GTI. Well, today we show you how to install the kit from ECS Tuning. Stay tuned. So first off, what the heck is the secondary air induction system on a MK7 GTI? Perhaps your car has it, perhaps your car does not have it. In my case, I did. I live in Canada. In certain states in the US or in other parts of the world, you may not have this. So if you look at the side of your stock Airbox, there's actually this vent on the side here. And if you have a pipe going to this, you have a secondary air induction system, and you will need a way to filter this once you install your intake. So for any company that sells intakes, they usually sell that sort of kit on the side. It's an extra $30, $40. So make sure that you make that selection or that you're aware of that before purchasing your intake. So for the sake of this video, we're not actually going to go over how to remove the intake, how to install it. I'm going to link a video up above here of me installing the Unitronic intake on my car so you can have a look at that. So I switched over to the GoPro to show you guys what the secondary air induction system looks like. So it's this actual pipe here, and as you can see, it's pretty it's not that flexible, so you can't just put it anywhere you want. You've got your shifter mechanism at the bottom here, so it cannot interfere with this. These are the actual mounting points for the bottom of your intake, and your intake actually goes into this and into that pipe that goes into your turbo. Okay, so what we actually need to do here is install the kit on the end of this piece. So I've actually got you guys set up above here with the GoPro, and now I've actually got the filter. And what makes this special compared to any other filter that you're gonna buy at an auto parts store is really, I would say, this bracket here, because it adapts this sort of little filter that you can find anywhere, and it makes it possible to clip into this piece here, which is the secondary air induction pipe. So basically we'll just throw this thing back on here. There we go. Got the bracket. We'll do something with that in a few seconds. You can see that there's slits here on both ends, and when you look at this pipe, it actually needs to go clip at the top and at the bottom. So there's actually an O-ring here, so make sure that when you're installing this on there that you're not squeezing or destroying that. And all you're going to do is basically slide back and forth and make sure that it clips at the top and at the bottom. And you've got a very secure connection once this is done. So now that this is in place here, what we're actually going to do is try and move this underneath the bracket like this, and then get this bracket just to go above here and to slide on. And what we're going to do is try and get this not to interfere with our system. Okay, I'd like to hopefully move it in a different direction, but the way this pipe is built here, it won't necessarily let me do that. So I've tried, I can't get it to line up with this one here, and this one here is actually a bit too far as well, so it needs to line up on this bracket. So the way this is set up is how this is going to go, and then you're going to have to slide your intake up above it here. So make sure that you're securing this with a flathead screwdriver, and then you can continue. And now we're just going to grab the Airbox with the silicone hose on it and slide it into that space. You need to make sure that the front goes in first, and then you can start tilting it down. And what you want to make sure is that you're not forgetting that little vacuum hose that's at the back here, and that this goes back into the silicone pipe right underneath here. that we have this piece here back on, we'll screw the 7mm bolt that goes on here. So this is nice and tight. And at the very bottom here, don't know if you can actually see this. You just get some light. So I don't think we can really see it, but it's underneath there and it's secured in place. So as you can see, guys, the intake is back on the car. The secondary air induction system is installed. Easily 1 out of 5 as far as difficulty. Takes about 10 minutes to install, and that probably includes removing and installing your air filtration Airbox system and everything. It requires just basic hand tools, so very easy to install. I did not actually find any tutorials on YouTube, nor did I find them on ECS Tuning or Unitronic or any other provider. So I decided to make this quick video for you today. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully it helped you install your secondary air induction system on your MK7 GTI. Stay tuned for additional videos. If you like this type of content, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. Thank you. Bye.